Hello, everybody. My name is Leesha Gooseberry. It is an honor to be here to speak with you guys this morning. Wow, what beautiful, beautiful, beautiful testimonies that I've heard today. I have not ever heard any testimony that have touched my spirit and made me feel the way that I'm feeling right now. Kalito, I believe I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly, and Tashida, you guys spoke things that's what I actually feel about the child that nobody sees and about the prison, just everything that I really wanted to say. And it left me kind of sitting here in Mellon County in tears. But I'll tell you a little bit about my story as small as I can. I served almost 26 and a half, almost 27 years in prison, 26 years and 8 months. I went into prison at 19 and I got out at 46, a grown woman. Before going to prison, I suffered childhood abuse into teenage abuse. I never really had a chance to be a child. I was forced to grow up at home while my mother worked and went to school at night. She left me at home, my stepfather, while he would abuse me. And I had to take on the responsibility of my two brothers, whom I love dearly. Everybody had the same father except me, so I was treated differently and abused the most because I was unwanted there at the house. Mom wasn't there to see what was going on. And when she was there, she was being abused. So I think as a grown woman now, I see why she stayed away, but she left me to take the beatings in her place. I ended up leaving home at 15, getting in a worse situation than what I was at the house. I ended up shooting my abuser, but before that, I had a daughter by him, whom I felt that she saved my life and made me, the beatings I was able to take it because I had that joy. I ended up killing him, going to prison. I took a plea bargain for 15 in life because I was confused I didn't know anything about the law. I had never been in trouble. So I thought that you do half and go home. Quickly, I get to prison. Reality kicks in, no, that's not true. You could possibly do the rest of your life there. So when I got to prison, I remember going through the line and everybody said they had inmates lined up and they were giving out the combs, the toothbrush and stuff like that. And they was introducing themselves. And one girl said, hi, I'm so-and-so. I have 5 to life. I did 45 years or 15 years. And my eyes got bigger and bigger and bigger. And I became so I can't even describe the fear in my heart. I feel like it was gonna burst wide open. I'm 19. I'm like, what? I'm gonna die here. That's all I knew. I'm gonna die here. Lord, I'm sorry. I was just begging God in my head. And I was saying, Lord, please, whatever you do, I know I'm sorry for what I did. I didn't mean to do it. I was begging God. I was like, please. I was calling my mother in my head. I was calling on anybody to help me inside of me, and the people could see the fear in my eyes. And the lady was saying, calm down, baby. If you do good, you can get out of here. She was saying, I've been bad. That's why I've been here 40 years. And the other girl was like, I've been here 20 years, but you're going to get out. She said, that's what it means, the possibility of parole. But I still was in fear, like, I'm never going to get out. They only have 5 to life and 7 to life. I have 15 to life, and they've been here 30, 40 years. I'm like, Lord, what am I going to do? So I had to quickly make a decision. I didn't have my mom them to call, nobody to call. It was on a phone there. In that line, and I looked up to the sky and I said, Lord, if you give me a chance, please, God, forgive me for whatever I did. I'm sorry. If I have to be here, I know I was wrong for what I did. I was like, God, please just let me be out here by the time I'm at least 45. I don't know why that popped in my head. I said, I know I was wrong. I'm going to be punished. And I was like, God, please just don't let me die here. And then I had to make a choice. I'm gonna get in here and I'm gonna do everything that I'm supposed to do. I'm gonna go to school. I'm gonna do everything that the people tell me, because you can go into prison and you could do just as bad as you was doing on the streets. Even though I wasn't doing bad, they have bad things in there. Like everything they have on the outside, they have in there, and you can easily get caught up. So when I got there, the police was saying, Miss, we could tell that you're a different type of person because of your manners. When you get in there, you do the right thing, you'll get out of here. Don't get in there and start fighting and selling drugs and being with other women and fighting and doing all this different stuff. So when I got in there, I quickly started my program. I was like a role model inmate. People would look down on me and they would say things about me. Oh, you think you're better than people because your family take care of you. But I stayed fast in what I was doing. I went to church. I wasn't a perfect inmate, but I stayed fast on what I was supposed to do. And I never got in trouble. I got out. They started this program. The governor passed a bill for battered women 20 years later. I ended up being one of the ones that they picked. They said I had the most severe abuse that they had ever seen. I got found suitable for parole and I went out, but throughout that whole thing, I went and I got 9 vocational trades. I went to college. I have 8 certifications. I did everything that I could possibly do to better educate myself. I even went through all the AA, all the NA programs to understand my stepdad. I had to do that in order to forgive him because I couldn't understand why one day he was hot, he was cold, he was nice one day, he was mean one day. And I say, why? And so alcoholism is a disease. So I had to do all this in order to forgive him. Once I did all this and forgave everybody I felt like had let me down as a child, abused me, seemed like God just opened up all the doors. So I continued on, but I never changed. My heart was always nice. I was always pleasant, no matter how many times people ridiculed me and talked about me. I still was nice to people. I still opened my arms to people. But when I was in prison before I got out, another test came. I had a stroke, a massive stroke, and I was paralyzed on my whole left side. I couldn't walk, I couldn't talk. And I was like, Lord, again, why? And then I got angry with God and I was saying, why are you letting all this happen to me? I kept throwing up. I was nice to old people. I was this, I wasn't mean. I fed the homeless. I did this, I did that. And it was like a voice in my head said, why not you? We'll make you think you're so better than the next person. Why not you? And my great grandmother, we were so close. She said, baby, you have to forgive yourself for what you did. She said, do you know the word? You were baptized at 5. She said, the Lord gives his biggest test to the people he know can handle. She said, you are on a journey to be able to use your story to help other people. I think I was like maybe 37 before I start forgiving myself and start actually opening my heart saying, Leesha, it was a mistake. You have to forgive yourself. Once I did that, I was able to clearly see and to able to say, well, if I get out of here, and not if, I start changing the way I was thinking and start saying, when I get out of here, I'm going to make sure I do everything I can to help the younger kids. Not because we always look at adults need battle women, they need this. What about the children? They need it more than anybody because they grow up and it becomes how you say a curse where it just goes on from generation to generation. So that's what set me on the mindset of doing something for the children because the children are our future. And if we don't stop those, it's generational curses. That's the word I was looking for. If we don't stop that stuff now, it continues and continues and continues. So my journey is to try to find something what we can do for children that are hiding in the dark like I was, scared to tell somebody because they say, you know, like most Southern families, I don't know about other states, but most Southern families tell you, whatever goes on in this house, stay in this house, keep your mouth closed. So that's what we started doing, keeping our mouth closed. And I was trained to stay quiet and just take it. And it only messes you up in the inside. My heart is so overwhelmed with joy and love for people. I just don't want nobody else to go through what I went through. The little girl is still inside of me, and I'm trying to heal that little girl that's in me. I don't know if I'm making sense, but am I making sense to what I'm saying to people? Because like my family now, I moved back to New Orleans because of the love I have for them. I don't know if it's because I told myself how lovable family we was when we had that stroke. I moved back to New Orleans and I became mentally abused by them all over again. But my heart changed. Something happened to me when I had that stroke. I'm not the same person. I'm nicer than what I was. My heart is just open. I can feel the sorrows of the world. I can see everything is different about the world is different. To me, God is love. And if you don't have love, you don't have nothing. And I'm trying to display that to people. And it's like a slap in the face. Nobody wants to see it. It's like I'm up against a brick wall. And the little girl in me, I'm so sensitive to my family and to the things that they do. It's like a rejection. And I finally I was depressed, really depressed. I wanted myself to look ugly because I started blaming myself. Well, if your own mother don't love you, your own daughter don't love you, maybe it's something wrong with you. But hey, it's nothing wrong with me because I love people and I want to help the next person. So I'm at the point in my life now, I'm allowing the child to grow up in me because I can't rush it. I'm learning to love me because all it needs is love to grow up. Everything that I felt the child in me didn't have, I'm learning to look myself in the mirror and say, you are beautiful, you can do this, you got this, and I'm doing it, you guys. I didn't think I could take care of myself and stay in the house by myself because I never had a chance to do nothing. Yes, it's hard. Sometimes I don't know how I'm going to pay this or how I'm going to do that, but God makes a way all the time. He always right there. Just when I begin to worry and I look around, he right there. I want to pick up the phone and call my family, but when I do, they slap me right back down. I'm right back to how I was from when I began. So right now I'm concentrating on making it a better me, learning to love me so I can learn to love everybody else and accept. It's all about accepting, trying to grow that child up. And I'm trying to work on something where we can help those kids that was like me, hiding in the corner, afraid, crying for everything. I cried so many tears. I didn't even know a human being could cry as much as I've cried. I've cried buckets of tears, but tears are healing. Tears are healing. It's a bishop here, Bishop Paul Morton. He sang the song, No Tears. Tears are temporary release of your fears, of your pain, of your hurt. And that's all it is. I washed it all away. I'm washing it out of me. And I don't have any shame. I'm not embarrassed anymore about what happened to me because I know it's not my fault. So all I want to do is open my heart to whoever I can help. And if I tell him whatever happened to me, there's no more embarrassment. I was embarrassed about everything that I've done. Everything is open now. My heart is open to whoever I can help and whatever I can do. Yes, I went to prison. Yes, I killed somebody. It was not on purpose. I don't care about people calling me a murderer. I know who I am in my heart. It's all about love, and it's what I can do for the next person to help. If anybody have any questions, it's so much to my story and so much that has happened to my life. We will be here all day if I tried to tell you, and I want to hear the next speaker. Thank you guys for listening.
Okay, Leesha, well, it happens to be time for our Q&A. So during this session, we had Major Daughter. We also had Caseto and Totisha, and then we had you. And then, oh, I'm sorry, and we had Alejandra. So if any of you have questions for any of these speakers, this is the time to open our Q&A. So please share your thoughts, your feelings, your insight to the things that you've heard, if you will. Go ahead and open up unmute yourselves, everyone, so that we can know when you're speaking to us. And let's start with the first Q&A, or the first question.
I had a question for the last speaker. I would like to know if I wanted to collaborate with you, how do I contact you?
I'm gonna put my email in the chat. What's your name?
Oh, my name is Tatisha.
Tatisha? Okay, I'll put it in the chat, Ms. Tatisha. You guys just don't even know. I feel like crying. I really do.
Let it go.
It's been so, how do you love people so much and they seem like they hate you for no reason? And I get mad. I came back here, I gave up a whole lot and I'm not sorry. And I'm like confused about it. Like, what have I done to make you guys hate me so much? And it's been
the good thing about it. The good thing about it is that you have the ability to just to heal from them. You have to forgive them, but you also have the ability to make friends. And guess what? You have the control as to who those friends are. And friends can love you just the same. They don't have to be blood to love you.
I've been by myself every holiday, every birthday since I've been out of prison.
But don't worry about it. You don't have to be by yourself anymore.
If I don't have nothing to give, they don't want to be around. And they all have good jobs. They all work. And when I first got out, I was working like a dog, trying to work 7 days a week, all day, all night, just to pay all my bills by myself. And when I call and need them, nobody, it's always really, it's like they want me to fail. And if I speak about what's going on, nobody wants to talk to me. Everybody stops talking if I talk because I'm speaking about this. If they know, they won't speak to me no more because I'm telling their business. But I decided it's my life. I have to share what happened to me in order to help somebody else.